What's up, YouTube? This one is to Michael Fonck. And yeah, this one is a message to you. You really, really need to watch those two. If you're going to be married to her, you really, really need to watch her. She needs therapy. She was diagnosed with BPD, narcissistic tendencies, and that's about as far as we made it. She will run the therapist in circles. Yes, she will. Well, it's because she believes that she's smarter than the therapist. But it's because she's too embarrassed to admit that she has a problem. No, it's no disrespect or anything like that. It's reality. If you are going to have any type of relationship with her, she needs to be in therapy. Make sure it is not one of these county pieces of crap therapist or whatnot. Don't go to them. Find somebody that truly is going to pay attention. That's why I decided to take her to Tina McCann. Trust me, there are no hard feelings between me and you about you being with her. None at all. Hopefully, she finds someone that she will listen to and stop doing the bullshit she's doing. It's going to catch up with her. She's not going to be able to hide behind the lies and the manipulation her whole life. And if she keeps messing with my life, she's going to get just that. I've let her off the hook on a lot of things. Mainly so she could get herself together and be the parent she needed to be for her daughter. It is extremely hard not to put charges on her for what she's done. It is. I don't think like them. I'm not out to wreck somebody's life just because they didn't want to be with me. That's them. She'll do the same to you. And regardless if you're with her or not, she's going to do this to you. This is the type of person that she is. And yeah, she's been like this since she was a kid. Am I telling you this so you break up with her? No. I'm telling you this because somehow you've managed to stay with her for a longer period of time than anybody else. So either you're able to put up with her shit, or you must be a mopey person. I don't know. I don't really want to say who you are because I don't know you. I'm just going by what I see, and it looks like she's running the show. And dude, I'm telling you right now, don't let her do that. That's why you guys are in all this crazy shit, and you know what I'm talking about. Yep. Just to let you know, they were never abused by me. The only thing that ever happened to Jasmine was what her mother allowed to happen while she was with her. And I know Jazzy was really young on a lot of medication and all fucked up. because she was being fed lies every time she went with her mother. I could not get the courts to grant supervised visitation. I did a couple of times, but of course, they were just manipulated. Yeah, she didn't take that as a notion that, gee, maybe I should really straighten up. Maybe I should grow up and stop this bullshit. Instead, she tries to mirror a responsible adult and tries to push her accountability onto somebody else. She will do that to you. Um, I don't know what to tell you to do for her. I don't. I have no clue. I'm normally very good at work with figuring this stuff out, but with people like that, they're just too unpredictable. And good luck is all I can tell you. If you guys are even still together. I could not stand her lying and manipulation. I have a very serious problem with that. And yeah, she knew it from the beginning. She knew everything. I don't know, maybe that was my fault. Shouldn't have been. That's called communication and letting somebody get to know the true you. But of course, everything gets turned into a trap when they get pissed. And you know that. And yeah, she ran around telling people that I cheated on her, that I abused her, that I didn't do none of those things. No, I won't cheat. I don't care if I've got one of the best so called women in the world in front of me and I have a girlfriend that is terrible. I still won't cheat. Nope. I'll tell you why. Watching my mother get cheated on. I didn't look at things for gender like that. I looked at it as this person decided to do this wrong and do this to this person just because they're assholes and it happened to be a male. That's it. Did it make me pay attention to males and females? Yes. This is why I have PTSD towards that. Don't jump on me. That's what they call it. What I call it is being shown that these are the types of people you're going to be living around and with in this world. And yeah, I was young when that happened. My view of the world was a lot different then, and it changed it by seeing that. I am different from a lot of people. People don't want to accept that. They just want to paint me as whatever majority they feel comfortable or makes them right, and that's just not who I am. Um, you all were the ones that started with the threatening and acting tough. So I told you all, hey, we can settle that. Do I want to hurt people? No. I want them to stop their shit. You should understand what that is too. Yeah, people would stop their shit. Wouldn't have half the problems we do now, would we? Yeah, I was never mad at you or anything, all because you're with my somebody I used to date. Trust me, it was no loss for me. Only Jazz. Jazz was the only loss, and she knows that. And this is exactly how they act when they know they have a hook in you. She lied, dude. She did all kinds of shit because she didn't want to leave the relationship even though there wasn't one, and she was told that because of what she had done. Yep, she fucked it up from the beginning. Then she tried to manipulate and do shit to keep a relationship, but tells everybody that it was abusive. Right. So you're going to lie about being pregnant. You're going to try and sleep with somebody in the middle of the night. You're not going to try and leave their house when they don't want you at their house. They warned you multiple times about lying and manipulating and playing games. And this was in the first fucking week of dating you. Her. Since people are going to be like, well, I thought. Obviously, stay up. Yeah, I hope she has grown from that, but judging by what I'm seeing, she hasn't. You watched her come and stalk my page over the death of 3 of my children, which she has no information about. She wasn't here. She wasn't around the situation. She doesn't know anything. She's just hopping on the internet trying to get people to believe her. Oh, I'm an ex and he did all this stuff to me, so I'm the one who knows the truth, which is not true. I'll tell you the same thing right to your face. Me and Wes has had this talk. Me and Phil were going to have this talk. We had it once and we were fine until I don't know that much about Phil. I really don't. I know he'll believe anything this fucking woman tells him, even though she set him up to be used as a glorified babysitter. Didn't give a shit what that did to her son. Yeah, this kid's young. This is the only positive, or at least close to positive. I can't say positive because I don't know how he raised him. Obviously, he must have been doing a decent job. But yeah, she used a fake story and a peace order to go and snatch Gabe away from him. Yeah, right there's mental injury again. Remember? It says right in the court order that if I don't let my daughter go to a drug dealer, all because their mother lied about what kind of bond my child had with this drug dealer. Of course she did. She was trying to confuse custody because she didn't have custody. She stole her. And I know what y'all are thinking. Single dad. Oh, well, she must have had a reason. Well, she had a reason, but not a good one. Obviously, to do it, she has to have some type of reason. And of course, people are not going to listen to, oh, I was jealous and pissed off at him. And I just didn't want him to have her, which is exactly what it was. Oh, you can tell that by the way she was acting in court when she was losing, even though it was her fault. I had no problem being a co parent with her as long as she wasn't going to pull this stupid shit. And she knew that. Really? After I won Jasmine in court for the second time. Her and her boyfriend were over at my house plenty of times. We weren't fighting, we weren't arguing. I never, had to get sideways with her boyfriend because he never got sideways with me. And that was Steve at the time. And me and him still talk to this day. So, It's up to you. I'm warning you that this is what she's capable of. And maybe you can handle it. Maybe you can't. All I'm telling you is be very careful. Whichever way you choose to go with your life, be very careful. The fact that you allowed her to do what she did to Jazz and you act like it's right, that's where our problem lies. And it will always be there until you do what you're supposed to do. Don't ever sit here and try and act like you took over my position, because you didn't. You took over the responsibilities of that woman. She had you being her slave for that child. That had nothing to do with me, homeboy. That's her job why the child is with her, not mine. Might want to think about that. That's what general means, and that's exactly what was put into play before she went, wherever the fuck she went. Apparently, it was Texas. Thank God. I wish she would have stayed there. I love her family. Well, her dad and her brother. I used to have a lot of respect for her uncle until he started doing this fake shit and trying to stab me in the back. Yes, this is a man that didn't even want to go bowling with his niece because she was a pain in the ass. Her grandmother didn't even want her around because all she did was deliberately piss them off. Yes, she would deliberately go against anything they asked her not to do and thought it was funny. Well, we never got that far to know if that was sociopathic tendencies or if that was a sociopath. Because, yeah, they can mirror people with other mental disabilities. And sometimes, just because they're a sociopath or a person with sociopathic tendencies doesn't mean they can't suffer from BPD or narcissism or manic depression and be flipping in between all of them. They are all personality disorders. They are all at a different level and have a little bit different details. But it is possible for somebody to possess just about all of those. Yeah, not very common, but it's possible. And I guarantee you, even if she is seeing a therapist, she is not being medicated properly, if she's even medicated. And y'all can say whatever you want about me. I have ADHD, post traumatic stress, brain injury. That's it. That all happened when I was a kid. It was a sub shop that blew up. And that's not the only place I got traumatic brain injury, also from other things. But that was where it started. The PTSD and all that wasn't military, no, but it's still shell shock. I was a very sweet and innocent kid being shown things that I just never, at that time in my life, never thought was part of life. And I was very shocked that people did that. That's where that comes from. It comes from having a heart. Yes, I know. Military teaches you not to have that. We won't get into that. It's another reason why I didn't go in. Yeah, I'm nobody's property, buddy. Not the government's, especially for the orders they put out. And after what I know about DynCorp and what they've done, there ain't no way in hell. Yep, I have no problem defending my country, but I'm not going to do orders for overlords that just want to see people into wars. for any reason, just so they can go behind the scenes and control everything. Nope, not happening. If I do that job, I'm there to work for the American people. I'm not there for the American government. And that is going to be a big problem. And you know it. Yeah, we're the slaves. We're the ones that work all that and pay for all this shit. Yeah, I know for a fact you know there's shit that's about to hit the fan. I know you know. I'm going to warn you right now. We love you all, but don't you fucking do it. You heard what we said. You better put your ass right back in that civilian life real quick, homeboy. That's where you came from. That's where your family and friends are. And let me tell you something, the day you decide to go against them will be the worst mistake you ever made. Like I said, we love you. We understand you're being manipulated. You need to understand that. I don't give a shit what they offer you. It's not worth killing people over. And you need to learn that. I don't care if you've seen active duty or not. You are a part of that group. You have taken an oath that you are allowing your other people not to follow because you know what will happen to you if you go against them, especially when they know they're in the wrong already. We don't want to get into all that, but you know damn well what I'm talking about. Yeah, Edgewood Arsenal is where COVID came from, and you fucking know it. You know that's depopulation. Yeah, y'all better start understanding manipulation very quickly. You should, because you're being manipulated, homeboy. I would never give somebody advice to hurt them. Even my enemy would never give them advice to hurt them. I would only give them advice to change what they're doing. They don't listen, that's on them, not me. So, good luck with the monster that you chose. And yes, that is a monster. So, hopefully, you can find a way to tame that monster because nobody can figure out what the hell her problem is, as in why she keeps doing it. Might just be who she is. That's all I can tell you. Whether you like that or not, that's not what I'm here for. I'm only here to give you the reality of it. And you know life. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's terrible. But it is what it is. So, as far as what you allowed to happen to Jazz, we can have a talk. Yes, we don't have to get physical. No, I told you that was up to you. You start getting mouthy and want to fight, then that'll be different. Now, won't it? And I warned you that if you do go that route, I have no problem handling myself. Now, if you want to turn this into a pride thing, because that was stated, because it is a very real possibility, then you can take it whichever way you want. I don't care. But it is meant as a warning. And yes, because we're not able to talk face to face. Oh, yeah, your monster next to you won't allow that because that's showing her truth. And oh boy, you see how that happens. And don't even try to play. Every woman that does bad shit and you bring the truth in front of her, she acts like a psycho. Voila. Am I telling you to divorce her? No. That's strictly up to you. You can stay with her, you can divorce her, you can try to fix things like I tried to do. I'm warning you of what happened with me. I don't give a shit about courts. I don't give a shit about cops. I don't give a shit about none of that. I don't give a shit about what she's going to throw a fit about. I really don't care. You are somebody that is being manipulated, and you need to hear the truth. How you take facts is up to you. That is your free will. You're able to do it and choose whatever the hell you want. Just make sure you choose wisely. And as far as Jasmine, you are not her dad. I don't give a shit that her mother moved in with you and got you to pay for what she should have been paying for. That's on you. That has nothing to do with me. So don't even sit there and try and think that you're better than me, because you're not. That's all I got. Good luck, Mike. You better keep your guard up with this one. That's all I got for you, dude.